In today's video, I'm going to be going over the best Scrim servers for every single region in competitive Fortnite right now. As you guys know, I did make a Scrim video a long time ago, and that is currently sitting at the most viewed video on my channel. So that video was made quite a little while ago, and it's become outdated. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the best Scrim servers for every single region, and including console as well. Be sure to use code SonataYT if you guys do want to support me. Remember, every single person that uses code SonataYT adds 100 V-Bucks to the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. Alright, let's get on with the rest of the video. So first, I am going to start off with what the best console Scrim server is. I'm going to be going from the least populated Scrim servers to the most populated Scrim servers. So starting off, we've got Console King's Linktree for the console players. I'm going to leave all of the links to every single Scrim Discord down in the description, and this is the one that starts off first. So Console Kings is basically an organization of Scrim servers that run different console customs across the competitive season. This is one of the best servers if you console guys want to be trying to get the best practice possible. This is going to be one of the best open discords that you console guys can grind through to get to the pros console Scrim discords. It's going to be really good if you console players really need a place to go and practice for competitive endgames. And then who knows, eventually you may win some money and buy a PC. Just a suggestion though. Alright, so the second least populated region is going to be the region of Oceania. So this region is home to many good Scrim servers, however, one of the best is going to be Cano Scrims. I don't know if this is pronounced Cano or Kano, but this is going to be the best open Scrim Discord you guys can get in this region. It's very comparable to NA East Open and EU's EU Open. Everybody on OCE is going to be getting consistent practice for endgames. And after all, that is what Scrims are for, so this is a really useful Scrim server on the server of OCE. Alright, now moving on to the second least populated server in the entire world is going to be Middle East. So the best Scrim discords on this server is going to be SAQR Scrims and Infinity Scrims. Now starting off with SAQR Scrims, SAQR is a Middle Eastern org that runs competitive Fortnite and also has a certain amount of players signed to their org. You guys might know that Unit and Soriano are signed to this org if you are Middle Eastern players. So with the best organization in the Middle East running a Scrim Discord, it's going to be giving you the best practice you can possibly get. I would recommend you guys consider joining that one if you are interested in joining a Scrim server on the Middle East. Now Infinity Scrims is also quite a good Scrim Discord on Middle East. I don't know much about the people who run it, but all I know is that it's very comparable to KNG Customs here on NA East. It's really good if you guys want to get consistent Scrim practice and you want to know when the next game is starting. Alright, so the third least populated region is going to be Asia. So Asia has two primary Scrim Discords as well. Those Scrim Discords are going to be T1 Scrims and FNC Scrims. Now T1 Scrims is quite a popular Scrim Discord all around the world, and many pro players from every region have heard about it. It's really good if you guys want to try to get to the pro level without having to grind too much. As we all know, Asia is not the best region, and it's really good to get some solid Scrim practice in so that you guys can rise to a professional level on that region. FNC Scrims is also really good if you guys are interested in practicing open customs with zone rules. This is going to help you qualify through the open rounds of FNCS and Cash Cups. But overall, Asia does have some good Scrim Discord options. Moving on to Brazil, they have two different servers that are very populated and useful. Brazil has FMS Scrims and also Latam Scrims. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily how you pronounce the second one, but FMS Scrims is a widely known, really good Scrim Discord that you guys should consider joining. FMS Scrims is going to be very comparable to KNG Customs on NA East, and it's going to give you guys proper practice when you guys need it. They pretty much run all day, and you guys will be able to get proper practice every single time that you or your trio wants to try and get some. The second option, which is Latam Scrims, they have really good customs running at a little bit of a higher level, and this is going to be the direct path that you guys on Brazil need to get to that pro Scrim Discord. That should be the goal for most people on every region, and this is going to be the best route to get there if you guys are competing on the region of Brazil. Now, moving into the top 3 regions in the world, we have NA West starting out on the bottom. So for NA West, the Scrim Discords are pretty straightforward. There's two main ones that people will try to use. There's going to be the first one, which is West Open, which is also run by the same company as East Open. This is going to be run by people such as Monster Deface and Connor Rio, and if you guys are properly able to get into the Scrim Discord, it's going to give you a high quality practice every single time that you need it. This is one of the best Scrim Discords on West, and I would recommend that you guys take advantage of it while you still can. Now, the next Scrim Discord on West is going to be High IQ Scrims. Now, if you guys don't know, High IQ is a friend group of the best pros on NA West. It consists of Reet, Falconer, Arkram, Rex, Epic Whale, and all of those guys over on West. Now, High IQ is the friend group, but they also do have a Scrim server that they keep open to the public. And this Scrim server runs Scrims pretty much every day, and they are the highest quality Scrims that you can get. Arguably, these Scrims are even better than some of the NA East practice that we have. But overall, High IQ Scrims is a great option if you guys are considering to go and practice on NA West. Now moving on to the region of Europe, which is not my home region. It is the biggest region in the world, but it's not my home region, so I'm not going to be doing it first. There's going to be 3 options that you guys potentially have for good Scrim Discords. Technically, there are going to be way more than 3, but the primary 3 that run all 3 game modes and announce what time they're going to be playing the next game at is going to be these. IT Customs, Elite Customs in the EU Open server. So IT Customs is going to be run by some of the best pros in Europe. People such as Mr. Savage, Benji Fishy, and Mongrel are going to be competing in these scrims whenever they can. IT Customs is the most popular scrim Discord on all of Europe, and you're going to find efficient and proper practice on this server. Alright, so moving on to the next EU Scrim Discord, it's going to be known as Elite Customs. And no, this is not the NA East Elite Customs, this is going to be the EU Open Discord that is known as Elite Customs as well. Elite is basically EU's version of KNG. And if you guys are able to get into the Scrim Discord, you're going to have access to various different game modes. They're also going to announce when the next games will start, and you can plan out your practice routine a lot better. That's why Scrim Discords like Elite Customs are really good for new players that are just starting out. IT Customs is at a bit of a higher level, and if you guys are just starting out in competitive, Elite Customs is going to help you out a lot. Once again, keep in mind that all of the links for these Scrim Discords are in the description. So the last one is going to be also one run by the same company that runs East Open and West Open. It's going to be known obviously as the EU Open. The EU Open Discord is once again very comparable to East Open on NA East, and it's a very useful server if you guys want to try to get a really high level of practice. Pretty much all of the tier 1 and tier 2 pros are in this server, and they do sometimes compete. It's really good if you guys just want to get some stacked endgame practice with zone rules and just get used to playing competitive. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter which one of these servers you choose as long as you choose one of them. Now, the region you guys have all been waiting for is known as NA East. NA East is my home region, and I know the perfect Scrim Discords that have popped up in the last little bit that you guys should consider joining. So the first Scrim Discord is going to be KNG East Customs. This server is run by the KNG organization and the Fortnite guy, and also all of the other old Mayhem Scrim hosters. This is really good if you guys want to get quick practice. They run pretty much all day and they announce when the next games are going to be. This is the most efficient and proper way of getting practice if you guys are just starting out with competitive. Now continuing on, the next best Scrim Discord on NA East is going to be known as G2 Scrims NA East. Now if you guys don't know, G2 is a professional esports organization. It is known as one of the biggest in the entire world across all esport events, and they recently purchased Atlantis Scrims and renamed it as G2 Scrims. This is run pretty similarly to the way that KNG is run, except the only thing that this server does not have that KNG does have is that they do not announce the next times of their games. So it's going to be some high level practice, but you don't necessarily know when the next game is going to start. I would recommend KNG over this server. This is just an option if any of you guys want to try it out. Alright, now moving on to the last Scrim server on NA East that I would recommend is going to be one of the best Scrim Discords in the entire world that is open. It's going to be known as Booga Scrims. Now, as you guys know, Booga is the Fortnite Solo World Cup champion, and he decided to make a Discord server essentially where he runs high-level practice games with little to no zone rules. In Booga Scrims, you guys will find all of the game modes. You're going to find really high-level practice with pros in your lobbies, and you're going to find a really good spot to find some competitive teammates that actually want to compete. Now, it's important that you guys keep track of exactly what you're doing in the server. It's going to be a lot easier if you guys keep track of what you're doing, because you can get to a higher pro level if you succeed in all of these scrims. But overall, those are all of the scrim servers that I can give you guys for every single region across the world. Alright guys, that is the video on the best scrim servers all across the world for every single region and console. If you guys did enjoy, please consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel down below. I know this video was a long one, and I hope you guys did enjoy it as much as my previous video, but that's about it for this video guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.